To consider when you're deciding on when to retire.
And one of those would include at what age and how will it impact your Social Security. So this morning we are trying to figure out what is the best time to claim your Social Security. We've got Dustin Smith from Wealth Enhancement Group joining us now. Hey Dustin, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, it's great to talk with you about this because I think sometimes you might just assume, well, you know what, maybe I should wait as long as possible because then my payment will go up each month. But how do you make this decision? Yeah.
I mean, it can be quite complex. I mean, I always like to say it's based upon a few things. You know, first and foremost, your health, right? So if someone has poor health and you don't think that you have longevity, right, you may want to consider starting earlier. And the reason for that, Heather, is just like you said, you know, a lot of people look at their Social Security benefit statement that they receive and they go, gosh, well, if I start at 62, I'm going to get a smaller amount. But if I wait until age 70, I'm going to get a large amount each month. But I jokingly say, you know, the reason why they're going to pay you more every month when you're 70 is because you're just simply closer to dying, right? And so you're just going to get you might get more per month, but for obviously less months. So always, first and foremost, think about your health. And if you do not have longevity, you may want to consider starting earlier to take advantage of getting as much as you can.
Okay, so we know you can start at the age of 62. Give us the pros as far as waiting and holding on to that a little bit longer.
Yeah, sure. So one of the things is that, you know, other than health, people need to think about if they're working or not. So, for example, let's say you are 62 and you go, gosh, I can start Social Security now. I might as well, right? And I'm still working. Well, guess what? The Social Security Administration doesn't really want you to do that. So if you were working and making over, let's say, $23,000 a year, they will actually reduce your Social Security benefit, and a lot of times all the way, if you try to start Social Security at age 62. Now, you can, once you reach what we call your full retirement age, however, so for most people that is between age 66 and 67, at that age and later, you can work and earn as much money as you want, and they're not going to reduce your benefits. So
you got to wait till full retirement age, though.
Exactly. So think about your full retirement age as the age that you can say, you know what, I'm still working, I want to get my benefit, go for it. But if you're younger than that, you likely want to wait.
What about your spouse's health and your spouse's age? Where does that all play into this? Because that part to me is a little confusing.
Yeah, this is huge, right? Because if you are married, you really want to plan your Social Security strategy together, right? So, for example, often what happens is that when someone passes away, the surviving spouse steps into the benefit of the larger of the two benefits, okay? So what does that mean? So let's say you have a high earner whose Social Security benefit is quite large. If someone were to pass away, regardless of who it is, the surviving spouse keeps the larger of the two benefits. Okay. And so why is that important? Is if you have someone who has a very small benefit, it might be advantageous to start that one earlier. The reason for that is at the death of any of you, right, that benefit essentially goes away. So often it might make sense to start one of those earlier to try to protect the larger of the two.
All right, lots to consider. I mean, that's one of those things where you'd want to see somebody like a Dustin.
Really important conversation.
Yeah.
Dustin, thank you. We appreciate your insight as always.